Yeah, dog. And we're live. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to R2R, Wreck to Riches, live stream number 11. Live stream number 11. We finally made it to Friday. Happy Friday, everybody out there in the crypto space. Don't forget to subscribe, post notifications, pound the like button, get in the chat, get involved, and get this live stream out there on X. All the social media platforms out there. Always remember, I'm not a financial advisor. For damn sure, not a professional. This is cryptocurrency. You got to do your own research, and don't ever allow a social media influencer out there in any social media outlet to influence you when it comes to cryptocurrency. You could get wrecked. All right. We have 3 checkpoints we start off with. I'm only going to make 2 out of 3. Gatorade Zero, check. Water bottle, check. Coke Zero, Diet Coke. I don't have it. Gosh, the necessities that you need to do a live stream. It definitely, I wasn't prepared. Were you prepared this morning, though, for the price of Bitcoin? You know, isn't it funny on how in crypto you can go from zero to a hero overnight? You can be invested in something and have, you know, $2,000-$3,000 and wake up to a $30,000, $50,000 profit. You could go from having $100,000 value in crypto down to $10,000. I do this all the time, like literally all the time. Take a look at the chat. Who's here? Matt Coach. It's so early for Titan-X. That's what's scary. What a beast. 1,000x in my opinion. This bull run. A regular crypto investor minting them thousands of OPs, NFTs, going to pay off lovely. Yeah, we can jump into definitely all the projects out there that we've been discussing. Don't forget to follow me on X. Right now, there is a live poll. 4 hours left. We had the question of the day yesterday. Which one of these cryptos provides the most X's during the next bull run? Let's take a vote. So far, out of 557 votes, 47.4% belongs to Titan-X. Zen was an option. 30.9% of that 557 votes went to Zen. And then 21.7% believe in Hex, right? So let's talk about what's going on in Bitcoin. Bitcoin to me it's like, it hasn't been too relevant as far as when it's up or down in my world. We're invested in like Titan-X and Zen and all these different like DeFi protocols and flywheels within like the Titan-X ecosystem and even the Zen ecosystem. Things are different for us. But when Bitcoin goes down drastically, it does take the market with it. So we're waking up to a below $54,000 Bitcoin this morning, right? And when Bitcoin goes down, its market cap, gets cut like it has this morning over on market cap because it's the #1 leading market cap in the entire industry. Then it takes the second leading market cap in the entire industry, Ethereum, down with it. So Ethereum right now, when you're in these ecosystems like Pulse Chain, Titan-X, the leverage plays on Ethereum, we want this bad boy to go up. But it took a huge dip, man. It took a huge dip within a couple of hours' time. Look at where we're here. 2400, $2,255 Ethereum, drastically going down with the price of Bitcoin. So everybody is speculating right now that Bitcoin is heading to $50,000, right? And you could think the mainstream media outlets, right? Mainstream media wants to control all the narratives across the board. Politics, policies, candidates, whether it's for presidential elections, whether it's for any positions in government, in the Senate, in the House, whether we get fed information about all these types of illnesses and vaccines and everything across the board. And they've been penetrating and infiltrating the cryptocurrency market with mainstream media outlets growing more attention from talking about crypto. So if you go to Cointelegraph.com, they have been a big impact on the storylines and the narratives that are out there in crypto. You go look at the history of Cointelegraph.com, their news is very volatile with what's going on in the market One minute they said Bitcoin's going to 150,000, and they got this expert that they connected with, and they're quoting them on the articles, and it's starting to turn into like a CNN mainstream media outlet for crypto, right? But when they tell people $50,000 Bitcoin is coming, and you wake up and Cointelegraph.com, you know, the common folks out there, not like the 1%ers of the 1% crew, because people in crypto have always been considered 1%ers, right? You know, not everybody's involved in crypto. Now you're really like a 0.1%er when you're in DeFi. You're deep in the rabbit hole. And you know, headlines: crypto market enters extreme fear as analysts warn of Bitcoin below 50,000. And you start to think, for somebody who doesn't really read these, but I do go and reflect on what they're like. We're going to reflect on what they're talking about now, because I think the most common people come on here for like sentiment. They read these articles and are like, sell. I got to get out of Bitcoin. It's 53,000, just dip below 54. Cointelegraph says possibly 50,000 below is coming. And then you sell your position. The next day, Bitcoin's back to $57,000. And you're like, what? Like Richard Hart says, traders always get wrecked. Same thing with Ethereum. So it's funny to see all these, like Cointelegraph, for their prime example, just the narratives that they're putting out there in the articles. We can read, you know, just take a look. During the mining ban in China, the index dropped to 10%. The maximum drop to 6% occurred during the Luna crash. HODL. And they put these charts. Bitcoin is heavy. I'm gunning for sub 50K this weekend. I took a cheeky short. Pray for myself, where I am a degen. You know, the way I see things happening is the media and people will push for like this $50,000 Bitcoin. Let's say it happens. And then you're going to have everybody putting in these shorts, you know, down to $40,000 Bitcoin, because they're going to think the market's going to continue to tank. And then sure enough, that wick happens. Everyone gets liquidated on their shorts. Bitcoin's back to 55,000, teeter-totter in between 55 to 57,000. A lot of speculation outside of the mainstream media outlets in the crypto space are saying, you know, $50,000 Bitcoin could happen, but they're talking about like the month's going to split in half. This is what I'm hearing, that half of the month of September is going to be extremely bearish and things are going to be volatile. And then you're going to have like possibly the beginning of some sparks and fireworks happening mid-September going into the remaining part of the year, which traditionally Bitcoin has skyrocketed after a presidential election during these types of cycles. So this is going to be like some delayed gratification if you're able to hold through these, I truly believe, within the month of September, like a 2-week delayed gratification where I think things will start to move in the momentum of, you know, what's taking place, because they're trying to say here that and all these articles that I've been reading is the Bitcoin doesn't have the effect that it usually has, right? And people can argue that and say, yeah, that seems to be true. But I think there's just a delay in this cycle. I think it's an important time with policy where China could potentially unban crypto. Russia is doing some things big with cryptocurrency too as well. I'm sure we can dig and search for these articles also. And then the candidates on both the left and the right, the Democrats and the Republicans, are both saying they're going to support crypto and regulations to deregulate it and make it thrive. It's interesting to see what happens here. I think you're going to keep conceding. Look at that. Look at that. Canada's crashed 4.3%, $2,416 down in the red so far. $53,746 Bitcoin goes up. This is like crazy. Let me jump into the chat here. So many people got live, 9 viewers on a Friday morning. What's going on? Bitcoin is going to 40K. Jerry Perry, yeah, dog. 40K Bitcoin. You got to think of it like this. What price did Michael Saylor get in at? And when he paid slippage, doing like a straight market, no, not the slippage, but the straight market order that he did, the price points he was buying. So there's got to be like a floor, based off when these big Like Michael Saylor's and BlackRock, their entries. You got to think there's some kind of floor there for this market. And then after the bull run, let's say Bitcoin 3x's, it goes to $150,000 to $200,000. A $200,000 price point that Bitcoin reaches at, a 50% correction heading into a bear market would bring it down to 100,000, right? Another 50% correction on top of that, let's just deduct 10% and bring it to 90% would be the complete correction from the top, would put it around roughly $40,000 to $50,000 where these Michael Saylor's, BlackRock, and all these big institutions started getting in at, which I think would be the bottom. In the next bear market, I think $40,000 to $45,000 is going to be the bottom. It can go down to 35, 30, which people would grab that up. But I don't think we're going to see like a $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 Bitcoin after this bull cycle. I think it's going to, create new lows, new highs, and it's going to correct in a bear market like they always does pretty hard. If you buy Bitcoin at $200,000 and then then you're sitting there for the next 3 to 4 years, while it corrects down to $40,000, $50,000, they're going to be hurting just like you were buying at 65,000, seeing it go all the way down to 20,000, 15,000, around that range. This happens every single cycle. Someone takes the beat down, right? Institutions love wrecking leverage loans, then run Bitcoin up before the end of the year for their clients. Looks great on paper. Yes, guy. I 100% agree with you on that. And that is just a manipulation and part of the game that we're in right now. And you're going to see $50,000 Bitcoin possibly. And then a lot of money is going to go into shorting this bad boy to 40,000. Just like we just had somebody in the comments say it's going to 40,000. The reason why you have a $40,000 price point prediction and sentiment that would bring you to that price point of believing that can happen is because of this big dip that we're having. Or else if we're at $60,000, $65,000 Bitcoin and we're on a green candle Friday, you're not saying 40,000 Bitcoin. You're saying 70,000's next. Or you're saying it'll correct back down to 55,000 if we were at 65, So that's how people think. That's like the psychological, mindset of people and how markets work. And when you look at the chart, I'm not a chart person, right? I don't pretend to do charts. I don't think I can chart human emotion personally. People can. But what I will tell you is you see it over and over. Once it gets close to 50,000, everyone's going to put in the shorts to 45,000 to $40,000 Bitcoin. And then they will get liquidated on a huge wick. And then it'll go back like it never happened. Just like Guy said, institutions look good on paper with their clients. Big money saved the day. Keep your money with me. Keep it in the flywheel, the ongoing casino, 24/7. If you ever watch The Wolf of Wall Street, where Matthew McConaughey's explaining, not to let your client cash out. I got another big idea. Keep it within my hands. And while it's in my hands, I'm earning commission and we're earning money. While on paper you're doing great, but I'm cashing out the commission, driving the Lamborghinis and all that stuff. But I know what to do with your money. It's better in my hands. While you're rich on paper, the institutional investors are making the money and taking it to the bank, right? That's how the stock market works. And they've made their way into crypto, and that's how it's going down. And they're controlling it, right? But what they're not tapped into is networks like Pulse Chain. You see, Richard Hart created Pulse Chain, and he's talked about how he's sick of the middlemen. So we're breaking away from the crypto industry that was first so small and decentralized as we believed it to be and as we were witnessing. But as institutional money came in and they started getting the lion's share of the Bitcoin that was owned, of the supply, plus the Ethereum, and then you have Vitalik, who's in the pockets who has the politicians in his pockets, that's playing the game right. That's why nobody messes with him. Richard Hart forks Ethereum and says, F it. We're going to detach from that. We're going to go truly decentralized, and we're going to make our own product and screw the middlemen. And we don't need them. So he has a lot of things going on behind the scenes, but Pulse Chain is down. If you're looking to buy, good buying opportunities, especially if we swing our way out of this big fall that we have in Bitcoin. It's going to take the market down with it. But then when Bitcoin goes into parabolic boom cycle, what do you think by the end of the year? We'll just see that price start to go up. The Bitcoin at $100,000, imagine what Ethereum will be at that price, what your Pulse Chain will be, your Hex, all that stuff. And a truly decentralized environment. Then you got good old Jack Levin with X1 as well, right? See if anybody in the comments. 19 viewers. Thank you guys for joining. Don't forget to... I didn't even think I posted this on X. I can do it later. It's not a... I'll do it right now. Why not? Everyone can hear me. Everything's good. Go out this. Copy the link. Go out there. Share this with everybody on your feed on all the social media outlets out there so we can get more people on stream. Any questions you got, put it in the comment section. I'll get around to it, and we'll go from there. Man, Gwei's just a little high right now. Yeah, you know what? I was trying to bridge over some funds from Ethereum. I was trying to bring over 5 ETH to Pulse Chain this morning. I was like, I'm going to do that and then buy some Hex. I think Hex is going to continue to go down. And I looked at the gas fee. I was like, oh, no way, bro. I'm not playing this right now. Gas fees are up because everybody's selling. The network is at maximum capacity. People are transacting, going into stables, selling, cashing out. You name it. It's happening. All right. Let's look at on coinmarketcap.com. Let's see how much of the market cap is there. $1.92 trillion. So the market cap's only down 2.98%. That's still a lot, considering that the overall market cap is $1.92 trillion. Man, I remember. Man, if you were part of my subscribers back in the day when these market caps were like so low, $200 Bitcoin, $7 Ethereum, half a penny Ripple. It's crazy to see what's happened. But BNB below, man, way below 500, $487. Solana, $125. I had a friend text message me about Solana yesterday. I said it's going to be a good buy. It's going to be a good buy. I told him on September 9th, take a look, reanalyze everything, and take a look at possibly buying Tron. So blockchains like Tron, blockchains like Solana, Ethereum, and Pulse Chain, those native tokens, those gas tokens take a hit. Everything takes a hit, especially like the meme coins, the utility tokens. Everything on the ecosystem takes a hit. However, when you're in our world, in this flywheel, we'll get to Titan X, which everybody is extremely excited. Titan X is only down 10% of reaching, what was it, 6 zeros and an 8 last night. Even with Ethereum dumping hard, the mechanics and the tokenomics and the burn functions and the build on Titan X and what it has in this ecosystem still has it at just barely a drop. Like barely dropped. You know, that's not a whole lot. That's not a big drop. That can get filled in one purchase. Considering the liquidity is only 2.1 million, like this can happen quick. So when Ethereum starts to recover, right, and you only see it down here, Ethereum recovers back to what it was yesterday, we're going to start continuing to fly. It's crazy. Let's look at Zen really quick. And if anybody wants me to take a look at a cryptocurrency for them, put it in the comment section. We can take a look, take some time to take a look. Little Cryptita on Pulse Chain. Ooh, I caught a live stream. Hey, thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here with us today. Thank you very much. Let's take a look. Bad boy, like, yeah, don't forget to like, pound the like button. Mint Sketh on ICP, it costs less. Bridge to Pulse from ICP. I keep hearing about ICP. Let's take a look here. I don't want to do this like on Fridays, come out and talk about the different opportunities out there. And I figure, I go, if I announce I'm going to talk about different cryptocurrencies on Friday, other than what's in my wheelhouse of investments like the Zen and Titan X, and of course covering like Pulse Chain, Hex, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, people are going to, come in with all these altcoins, and I'm not going to know which ones are legit or not. So if I start seeing a ton come in like on a Friday, outside of my bubble I'm in, I'm just going to say super chat, I'll pick it up and I'll look it up. Because if somebody wants to get my attention on an altcoin I've never heard of, that's what we're going to do. But ICP, I've heard of ICP. I've been looking at it for the past, I would say on Saturday, somebody tagged me about ICP. So looking at it closely, and we'll bring up the website here. I just need to wrap my brain around what's going on entirely here to understand the possibilities, just from what I see here. Let me see if I can pull up the Chain Explorer. Let's see, icscan.io. I've never been to there before. It looks like that doesn't work. Let's see if this one .org works. Never seen this before. But this says the total supply right now is 522 million ICP tokens. Circulating supply is 469 million ICP. And staked, which I like tokens that have staking mechanics. That's a plus for me, right? 46% of the supply is staked. That's 240 million plus tokens. Transaction throughput, which is TPS, transactions per second, 3,765. So it's not like super crazy. Block rate 52.5. But anyways, let's take a look a little bit deeper in some metrics here, which is cool because if you go to any other block explorer, just giving you some feedback live here, I never seen anything outlined like this as far as like the nodes, active nodes. So node providers is 131, active nodes 559. Gives all this data too, where they're at. Wow. Looks like the majority of the nodes are in the USA. I like that. Made in the USA. If you're looking at Bitcoin, it's got what they call centralized mining control, where it's all in like Asia, majority of the mining. I think that's why the former president was like, we're going to control Bitcoin and mine it all here. Wow. Gives you all the different points. This is kind of cool. I've never gone and seen the icpexplorer.org, icpexplorer.org to check this out. Second most nodes is in Switzerland. Third to that's Canada, Belgium. Then you get to the Asian countries. So the Asian countries are, not ranked as far as nodes on this particular token. Japan 63, Singapore, South Korea, China 47 nodes. Who's last? United Kingdom. You guys need to step it up over there. You guys are busy over there bringing on the Eiffel Tower. That whole city's on fire right now. A whole lot of things going on. Let's see. Use it a little and then understand will come quickly, just like anything else. Yeah, I'm going to have to continue to do research. Maybe I'll do more content on ICP. As far as what I've been looking at the past few days, is I took a look at the staking. I would have to make like a wallet, like a certain wallet with this. I don't know if I could integrate it with my ledger. I didn't get that far. I read some of the roadmap, then the use case. So for the use cases here, come here to see ICP token, use cases. This was the part that I wanted to take a look at and kind of research further, because I would be interested in this governance and do the staking part. And then they have like ways to earn with different apps. Like there's like a chit chat token or something like that that you earn. And it's on a platform that's like Telegram, right? Except it's decentralized. So the reason why this development would be more interesting today versus when it, if we looked at this a month ago, is the founder of Telegram was arrested. They want to censor and control Telegram ultimately. Or if you had Telegram in a decentralized fashion, like this app, I believe it's like ChitChat, then there would be a high demand for it, because crypto and the way it's structured and the way communities get together and form is Telegram. That's like the hub where everybody gets together on altcoins and meme tokens, and they make Telegram groups and they discuss, and then they go out there and market. That's like the hub, the home base. So I'm gonna have to do a dedicated video on that to take a look more at ICP, but it's dipping, so it could be a good time for me to consider, do I need to get in now versus all-time high? $100. So maybe might be the time to buy. Coming at the bottom, coming out of a bear market into a bull, this one back to all-time highs, even half would be a 10x on your money if it went to $70. Very, very interesting. Need to do much more research and digging. See if anybody else has anything in chat. Let's see. Definity is a Swiss company. ICP staking vote to earn. Cool. Yeah, I need to look further into that. I know nothing so far. Nothing so far. Just what I'm showing, and just a little bit because I was interested in staking, and then I saw like the chit chat earn. And when you refer people, you earn tokens. So I like to work for my bags. I like to market them, talk about them. When you earn a token for spreading the word and it incentivizes you with these like referral bonus tokens, I'm interested in that, definitely. And that helps spread adoption. If Telegram, for any reason, gets controlled to the point where we no longer have our home base where people meet up, then that leaves this whole chit chat ICP environment the next place to be, in a decentralized version of Telegram, which that creates a whole big sector in space to not only get involved in, to use for the everyday needs that people use for Telegram, but for an investment they can expand, because it's taken up that market and that user base that Telegram has, so shift to a decentralized version. So that could be massive, right? Could be onto something pretty big. Open Chat is a Web3 chat. It has a wallet. You can send P2P, chat, etc. Cool. Definitely going to do more research on that. See, as TitanX goes down, let's take a look at DragonX, and we'll look at Zen as well. If anybody in the chat wants me to take a look at some other tokens, I'll take a look at that. We're gonna call this like altcoin Fridays, where we're gonna go on here on live streams and pick some altcoins from the chat, like I said, I'm familiar with, so I can better discuss some ICP. We'll research some too as well. But like I said, if it's something like way out there that's like not in my wheelhouse, or it's not like ICP in a top crypto position, super chat that, we'll talk about it. Because I definitely don't want to shill or talk about something that someone's not serious enough and it could potentially be like a harmful investment. I don't know. But where were we at? DragonX, holding strong. The tides rise and dip together. It's down 13%. Down just like TitanX. It's paired to it. So when TitanX has a bad day, so will DragonX and all the rest of the protocol. If you look across the map, everybody was like on fire yesterday. You go from zero to a hero, but they're not down very much. Inferno. Yesterday, Inferno killed a zero, right? Came out of the 6-0 range. Up here, doing good. Still above 5 zeros. Let's take a look at Blaze. Last time I took a look at Blaze, like, it took off. Really happy about me diving into that. Oh my god. Oh man. And it's in the green today. It's in the green today. No, it's not red. It's corrected just a tiny bit. Almost at $3. Look at that. We covered this on the live stream. I told you exactly why. By just jumping on the blockchain, taking a look at the wallet holders, the supply, and told you I'm gonna go in big. And here's why. Here's why. Let me look at my phone. When did I make that live stream on talking about when I was going to get into Blaze? Let me take a look here. How many days ago was it? So what was it? Thursday? Wednesday? What was Wednesday? The 5th, the 4th, the 4th. Yeah. Here was me on Wednesday just going, buying it up. And here we are today. Here we are today. Market cap 1.4 million. Liquidity is low, which means it can continue to skyrocket. You'll see liquidity go in and out. Liquidity will get removed. Price will go up. Gets put back in. People learned this from Richard Hart with Hex. How to get the price to go. Right? Doing good. Speaking of tokens that took off, the Cabal Nero, the one they refer to as the Cabal, got listed on Binance today. Went up 90%. Got a Binance listing. How crazy is that? Look at opportunity here, man. It was right there on September 3rd for you to get it at 2 cents. 2 cents. A little bit, about 2.5 cents. 3 days ago. What does it do? 7X's, says see you later. We got 1.9 million in liquidity. If you want to take your 7X profits, do it. People did. Correct it back down. About 14 cents. That's what meme tokens do. From a zero to a hero overnight, right? You put $2,000 here. You fall asleep. You're going. There's a lot of FUD. This is the Cabal. The real Neros, the CTO one Thomas was talking about. These guys are dumping. And I never went on chain to verify the team is dumping. I've just been seeing it all over X. I don't know if like the shillers are dumping. I don't know any of that. I just know there's a difference between the two. One is the first one that came out that I bought, and then there's this one. And then it looked like a flipping was happening, and you put $2,000 here, bam, 7X, you're at 14 grand. In 3 days. You just made what a dentist makes in 1 month in 3 days. Congratulations. Hey, Thomas, have you checked out Move Quest? No, I don't know what that is. Is that a token? No idea what Move Quest is. Can't seem to pull it up. If there's a ticker, let me know. I've never heard of that token. Or never heard of or what that is. But from zero to a hero overnight. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Wow. Let's look at Tron. Let's look at Tron. What's going on with Tron? Let's look at Bull token, huh? This was on a massive dip because of market conditions. It's corrected. Look at that. I'm not a fan of this token at all. I don't have to be for you to be. I'm just saying. The one that I picked for Tron that I'm going to roll with, is it even listed here? Where is it? Where is my FOFAR? Fee-fi FOFAR. Where is it? Why did it delete that? Okay. This is the one I'm choosing. I went in at the recent bottom. I was buying here, bought all the way here. It went up, and it's been volatile. Look at the price. You can thank the market. The market has chosen to dip. So Tron's doing bad. The Tron meme tokens will do bad. The utility tokens will do bad. everything other than something that has big, unique news. You know, even though Ethereum is going down, Nero was like, I'm going to get listed on Binance and I'm going to 7x. You know, that happens. So I chose Fofar as my meme token. The second one I chose was Sung Wukong. Double down on that. That's a CTO, so it's a much higher risk, high reward. It's a community takeover token. But the devs are still here. And this is one of the very first meme tokens that Justin Sun followed. So that's where I'm at with meme tokens. Anybody out there with some questions? How long have we been on? 35 minutes? We still got some time. Show your bags. You got to work for your bags. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Right? Follow me on X. Let me refresh the X page really quick. Oh, yeah. I got the green border. I have converted to the green squad for Titan X. Somebody made it for me, so I said, why not? Let me add it. I've been thinking about it. Oh, yeah. That's what I want to take a look at. So Zen had a big run yesterday. Massive correction. Massive correction. And what pool is this where Zen only has 39,000 in liquidity? That's not the pool I want to look at. This is the one. The 573K. Massive correction. But the one Billy Gunn, and I posted an article about this yesterday, is OP Zen. OP Zen. It's been going up, 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 and up. Correcting. I think it's going to continue to be volatile. Correct. Gain momentum. Gain momentum. I'll read you the article. I read this during the live stream yesterday, but I made a short version of it, right? And I posted it here on X, where it describes just straight to the point on why this is happening and people are discovering it. The mining time for the entire Zen ecosystem. This is on every blockchain with the exception of Optimism OP Zen. Mining time for the entire Zen ecosystem is 3,000 days to mint the tokens into circulation, right? As time goes on, it gets more and more difficult. Meaning AMP is 3,000, which is a long way to go, 3,000 days. For OP Zen, it's 300 days. So the fact that it's 300 days versus 3,000 days like it is on the rest of the entire Zen ecosystem on every single chain, that means it's 10 times harder to mint. And it happens sooner, 10 times sooner, minting to the point where you get to where we're at, which makes it the least inflationary token in the Zen ecosystem. Wake up, people. Wake up. I've been showing people on blockchain how to navigate on Etherscan, all the scans on every blockchain. I can go to a blockchain I've never used, and I can see what's going on chain. So, this sucks. AMP is one of the indicators that determine the inflation of the token. The higher the AMP, the greater the inflation of the token, so that the advantage will be for the first miners, right? For OPZen, the AMP index has become 1, which means it'll be difficult to be profitable if everyone mines OPZen at the time, or unless the value of OPZen must increase hundreds of times. So you can only earn 1 OPZen per day on a max length miner with 128 VMUs. I don't know what else to tell you. All right. I've said it. I'm going to continue to say it. Liquidity's low. The volatility's there. When people wake up and see the secret sauce, are you going to be too late? That's on you, man. That's on you. All the evidence is there. Jack Levin made every chain 3,000 amps, but Optimism Zen 300. 10 times harder to mine. It got to the promised land 10 times faster. Why? And if you didn't see it, and if you don't believe it, it's all on chain. This thing right here will, more than likely, not financial advice, experience a 10x very soon, and then a 20, and then so on. It's going to do what Zen's supposed to do in 6.3 years from now. Believe it or not. It's up to you, man. Let's see. UFO. Oh, yeah. Let me take a look at UFO. take a look at UFO real quick. Well, we're going to talk UFO. We're going to talk PTGC, right? Oops. Because PTGC actually went from the 1-to-1. Let's see if it's still versus Pulse. It hit 1-to-1 parity, and then it was 2-to-1, right? So, damn, man. Yeah, this token is a beast. This token is just by far outperforming Pulse Chain. So it was better to buy PTGC than it was to buy Pulse. Isn't that crazy? And that's not going to get any, worse. It's going to continue to be more and more beneficial to have invested in PTGC versus Pulse. And then you can trade back. I mean, this will probably be 5-to-1 in a bull market fairly easily. Let's see what UFO's doing. I have an X interview I did. You can watch that video. I have it on X recorded, and I posted out on YouTube. It's an interview with one of the developers of PTGC. And then we discussed what I need to do with my UFO as well, and how to participate. Look at that. Man, things are just really moving forward for a lot of these projects on Pulse Chain while the native tokens go down. Let me take a look at something for you guys, though, here while we're on the subject. Look what's slowly grinding up, and PDI is slowly grinding up as well, right? We'll pull up PDI. You got to make sure it's not PDI, right? It's still listed as DAI. There's the difference. If you buy PDI, you're buying a token that I have no idea what its purpose is. But look at these assets are going up while Pulse Chain, PulseX, Hex, and Ink are going down. And I'm going to go back to my Twitter and click on the link and show you what's still cooking. And we talked about this with the Curve Finance smart contract and what it's doing with the free copies as far as USDT, PDI, and USDC, the free copies. Still putting in work of all hours of the day. Sometimes it's every minute, every second. Sometimes it's 10-minute gaps. But it's doing something. I think it's gradually bringing up the floors on these tokens. And it's going to probably continue to work until USDT and USDC, the free copies. So I would say PUSDT, PUSDC, and then PDI, reach close to parity and continue to go up. They're outperforming what's happening on the market right now. The Atropa ecosystem is doing well also. So you got to think something's going on. Something's going on, and it's all here. This is not happening for no reason. The reason behind it, exactly what it's doing, I think I figured out. The PDI free copies pegging. I now went from it being a huge narrative I have been making money on and could continue to make money on, to it's real. Because Richard Hart created a blockchain, so he literally printed money out of thin air, right? You gotta think of the billions and billions and trillions of tokens, right? For Pulse and Pulse X. And then the free copies, right? Hex and Hex. How they instantly have a value since that launch. And that value has gone up and down. And that value came out of nowhere. He created the tokens, and now they hold the value and can be traded from these tokens that were minted out of thin air to an actual real stable token from Ethereum, right? So when people say doesn't have like enough collateral. It needs like $22 billion. Like he created more than just billions of dollars out of thin air. That's what's needed. The entire theory of investing in Ethereum for it to 2 to 3x to bring it over is just a small drop in the bucket of what he created out of thin air. The billions of dollars of value is there. And it's with Pulse, right? It's just the weirdest thing I've ever witnessed, because I don't remember when the pools were created for like Bitcoin, when Bitcoin was in existence, and then it got paired with whatchamacallit, Ethereum, and then that Ethereum was created out of thin air and it had value instantly paired with Bitcoin. And then stable tokens got involved and there was true value, right? What am I doing wrong here? I'm gonna type in rapid pulse. Sorry. So you look at the value of the liquidity here for on V1 wrapped pulse paired with Ethereum DAI, right? $25.7 million. If half of that is DAI, which is $12+ million, the other half is $12.5+ million to create the other side of value of wrapped pulse. So the true money that came in was the DAI, but the other half is still valued at the same, of which is half of 25.7 million. That came out of nowhere. He created that token. He already had brought the value in the billions of dollars that's needed, that's already on chain, that he can pump and then put that true value into pegging these tokens. He created it on his own. So when he says he's going to peg this and you see what's going on here, it's all in sync and it's going to work together. What's going on here, I believe, in the curve and the maker DAO votes, and in addition to that, the value he created out of thin air, right? Do some math here. $25,700,000. Divide that by 2. So $12,850,000 is in DAI value. The other half is $12,850,000 wrapped pulse. It has a true value of 12.8 million. That came out of nowhere. Wasn't like he injected, that amount of money in a stable token and it was 25.7 million that came over. Like that other half is just made out of thin air. He made his own chain so he can do this and make his own stable token. I'm starting to see it. It's getting more and more real. MQT is a ticker for remove quest. Sorry, I had to take off for 5. I don't know MQT. Let me pull it up. Let's see, $88. Yeah, I don't know. I don't, like I said, not a token that I'm aware of. If I'm going to talk about it, I will research it and bring it on. I'm not sure. Let me take a look at it on my own, and we can kind of go from there. But back to the PDI narrative, it's more and more real. So if Pulse Chain 10x's, 20x's from here, this is going to be worth 250 million. And still the other half is going to be 125 million of wrapped Pulse that was minted out of thin air. So the billions of dollars is there within the ecosystem as a whole. It's already, people are like, you need millions of dollars to collateralize. Like, bro, you don't see the bigger picture. You don't see what's happening in the Curve protocol here in the Maker DAO, the collateralization of the stables, like the vaults. This is interacting with PRC20s. There's a lot going on. And there's a reason why, with this being kicked on after resting for a few months, we looked at it the other day. This is why these tokens are gradually moving up. The free copies, while the rest of the Pulse Chain market is just like, meh. I'm just going to keep going down with Bitcoin. Where ultimately these should be drastically taking a hit. But they're on a mission of its own, I truly believe. All right. So go look at the links. I have that all on X. The packaging now to me is more real than ever. So I'm a believer. I'm a believer, right? And we were just talking about Zen. Let's look at PZen over on Pulse Chain. No liquidity, 104 market cap. This one has a 3,000 day amp, so I'm like, not excited about it like I am OP Zen. Look at that. People are selling that OP Zen. Sell it, sell it, sell it, boys. Sell into the hype. It was a $1,400 sell. When I go and buy some today, I buy it, right? And then I'm going to stake it. That's what I'm going to do. So people are now being able to exit out of the huge bags, which we need. We can't have those huge bag holders that are going to sell at a 10x from here. Need them out now for people like me that are going to stake for the long term because they understand the 300-day AMP. Let's jump back to the chat here. 23 viewers. Don't forget to pound the like button. Let's see. We already got 14. What do we got? 14 likes? You can do better than that. You got to tell a friend. You got to tell a friend. 16 likes. I like that. 22 people, 16 likes, 17 likes. Thank you. Whoever just pounded the like button. You got to elbow it. You got to headbutt it. You got to make love to the like button, right? Is there anything we're leaving out? Because I do think, we're look at that. That's a nice little bounce. Little bounce to that ounce right there for Bitcoin. Let's go back, take a look at what Tinex. Still taking a hit. Hey man, when you go up this high, you gotta come down, right? Where do I think opportunity is? I mean, it could correct probably to here, and then shoot, or it may not. It very well may not. I am not a chart person. I'm definitely not a chart person. But if Tron can recover over this weekend, maybe my FOFAR double down this morning could be at a 2x soon here. Because I've been dollar cost averaging, right? All in between here and all these dips. So I wanted to remain here so I could accumulate and bing, make some gains. Take those gains and buy my favorite tokens. Buy my favorite tokens. Let's see. Anybody in the chat? Anybody in the chat? Let's see. No questions. No questions. We're right at the mark to say sayonara. Have a happy Friday. Have a happy Friday. Hopefully everybody is hanging in there. The hardest thing right now is to have positive sentiment. But I think, it's kind of just stay away from Telegram. Stay away from social media outlets like Cointelegraph, honestly. Twitter even has, a lot of negative FUD going on about everything. Get excited about X1. Get excited about the build on Titan X protocols. Get excited for Hydra. Get excited for X28. Get excited for, the stuff that we're really involved in if you follow me on this channel. And big things are here to come. Oh, Pepe, go below out zero and give me that opportunity. Give me that opportunity. That's all there is right now, is when the market is down, is opportunity of a lifetime. Right? It's all there. All right, so we'll wrap it up. Pound the like button. Get this out there on X. Enjoy your weekend. We'll live stream tomorrow. Sundays we will live stream, but live stream will be like 11:30 to 12. Around that time. Have obligations on the weekends and the mornings, but 9:30 tomorrow morning should be on time. On target, on time, right? Probably 11 o'clock, 11:30 on Sunday. We'll try to do this every day. I want to grow my channel. I want to work for my bags, work for your bags. How many subscribers do I have on YouTube? So if you haven't subscribed, it's important, man. It's important. I'm on a mission. 1,980 subscribers. We're on our way to 2,000 subs. Let's get there. And I can't do that without you. Very humbled that I have people even watching me. People that support me. You guys mean everything. I mean, without you, I'm nothing. I'm just another person talking about crypto and nobody's listening, but there's people listening. And in this world where I'm alone, where there's no one to talk to about it other than here on these platforms like X and YouTube, I feel alone. I feel alone. So thank you guys for being here. And till next time, we shall do it again. Yeah, dog.